Hawthorn into attack. Just 13 points they trail by. They need a clean possession. They're not going to get one. De Koning handball. Stolen by Watson round the body. Magnificent goal! We have had two straight out of the top draw. His third. A star 21 contender. 21, thank you very much, Sam. I don't know how you're going to be able to pick it back in the studio. But this is just a display of the finest skills, Meg, in football. 11-11-77, Lord Nelson, that's Hawthorn. Geelong 13-6-84, tyre power scoreboard. And we've only gone 17 into the final quarter.
Yeah, Tony said he wasn't going to get a clean possession, but he was given one, I think, by one of the Cats defenders. But he was given one on the boundary line in the pocket, and yet again he finishes. He's done it on his left foot, he's done it on his right foot. He's got his nickname for a reason. What an astounding player.
Bit of Slug Jordan there, Meg. One of the Cat defenders give him one.
He give him one.
And he finished the job.
Yeah.
So it's 7 points. Well, this is up there with all the great classics.
One thing you're not doing with Watson, though, now, Tim, getting the boy off the ground.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
At the ball up, it is one for the Hawks by McDonald. He kicks long. Chol under the ball. De Koning a fist onto it. Knocked it. Oh, doors open here. Chol, open goal, puts it through. I'll get my colleagues to make sense of all of that. It looked as though the defence had it covered, but there was a loss of footing, and Hawthorn are within 1 point, and we have a lot of time left. 13-6-84 Geelong, 12-11-83 Hawthorn.
Just too many long limbs in the end. It was an awesome spoil by De Koning, but then he got tangled up with O'Sullivan. Now, Doc, you were speaking about the importance of centre bounce in this game, and they've just gone 2 from 2, Hawthorn.
It's a big part, especially at this time of the game. There's a lot of pressure on, as we've spoken about. But you're getting from centre bounce is the only look of the day that you'll get in 1v1 territory. So big centre bounce coming up here.
The open line 3AW, we will be on air until 7 o'clock here. For Nick Theodosi, there is so much to talk about. We want your contribution at the end of this wonderful game. Back to a point, 84-83. Geelong still leads. 19 minutes gone, final quarter. Ball still in the middle of the ground. Atkins strips an opponent of the ball. Ginnivan comes through at pace. Just didn't stop any further progress by the Cats. Allows himself to be tackled. So many fabulous goals, so many fabulous contributions. Ball tossed up yet again. Young Edwards. Rucks and Rovesy was held as a free kick Geelong.
It's got to be his 4th ruck free kick. He certainly draws them with his size.
Yeah. So wants to move it on quickly. Inside 50. Geelong go deep. Barris tries to knock it away. Will he find the boundary line? No, at halfback he finds Impey with a nice bounce. Newcomb's got to find a man. Oh, diving Butler. Turned over. Humphries has got a Tim and the Cats go forward. But only momentarily. Halfback win to the Hawthorn through Barris.
He goes into midfield, and McDonald, who's got a man streaming down the other side, Moore, 70 metres out, drills the pass to Chol, 30 out straight in front. And Mabior Chol, after a day on which he hadn't been able to have much impact, might have huge impact by kicking his second goal in 2 minutes and wresting back the lead for the men in brown and gold.
I spoke about something need to change for the Hawthorn side when they're chasing. That was exactly that. There was 2 players chancing the turnover. They saw that Barras was going to win it. McDonald peeled off early, out to the open side of the field.
Joel, such a relaxed approach to goal and normally very reliable. Kicks it from 45 and miscues it. Drags it to the right, a minor score, and scores are where they deserve to be. Absolutely in the bullseye of the pupil.
Eddie
Dead level, 13-6-84 to 12-12-84.
Sorry, Tim got too excited by Eddie's possible draw being on the cards.
Do you know? Oh, they've kicked it out on the full. Humphries free kick. Hawthorn, 1 draw only in their history in 1963. 5 1-pointers.
They played in the grand final that year too, Tone.
They most certainly did. Long kick. Chol! Oh dear, a power bay mark of the day. Scores are level. They won't be in a matter of moment.
What were his three-quarter time numbers?
Give me 2 minutes.
Because they won't be huge, but
He's going to kick around the body from 25 metres.
8 disposals and a goal at three-quarter time.
The umps moving a couple of round the body he goes. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
he froze there. He should have used his normal technique.
He's missed a couple of them earlier today, though. That's why he hasn't.
12-13-85. Hawthorn have had all the play last few minutes, but have blown some chances. Geelong 13-6-84. Tyre Power scoreboard, and the Cats come out towards Blitzarves. Halfback takes the mark, Tim.
What a towering effort that was. What a footballer. Herculean, Mark Blitzarves. Hugely strong, fast, endurance. Kicks to the wing, no one can mark it. Impey at the back, has company, and Shannon Neal.
Is that a
It's not to the boundary, it's over the line.
I think they were asking for insufficient intent, but they've decided give him benefit of doubt.
Yeah, and fair enough at this stage. Almost 24 gone. Hawthorn lead by a point.
Tim, there's a word that's disappeared from the football lexicon. Deliberate. You just don't hear it anymore.
No, you don't. Rules been rewritten, the language has been changed accordingly. Bailey Smith wins the ball, gives to Holmes, slots a little pass neatly to Manor, who kicks to Martin. He plays on, he goes the curler. That was hasty, puts it across the goal face. Barris very nearly marked at the ball. Finds its way over the boundary line for a throw in Geelong's left forward pocket. If they can conjure a behind, they tie the scores again. If they can kick a goal, they're back in front.
I thought the little tug of the jumper could have been a Barris free kick then, Sam.
Yeah, potentially, but not called. Not much gets called late in games, Tone.
Geelong deep into attack. Reeves, the tap. Oh, dangerous toe poke from Scrimshaw was touched, got away with it. The ball has fallen to Blitzarves, who has tried to kick the suitcase out of it. Not for the first time the players have done it. He's kicked it out on the full. Both sides, Tim. Not only have they got the Brighton made, they've got the little Lucifers to accelerate the incineration of the air conveyance at the moment. Missing plenty of chances. Hawthorn defensively can move it out of there. It is a one-point game. Hawthorn leads, and we're at the 24-minute mark, final quarter. Geelong, great tackle that time from Holmes on the members' wing, and they can play on quickly.
Newcombe just couldn't dispose. Free kick to Holmes, and he goes to the best man on the ground for a situation like this, and his name is Jeremy Cameron. But he's a long way out. The man on the mark is standing where the 50-metre arc meets the boundary line on the right half forward flank. Cameron squeezes the ends of the ball as he prepares, and what's he doing? Is he going to use the drop punt? Just a regulation kick. They do kick them from out there. This is a thumper. This is a magnificent kick. Just didn't quite make the distance. And it is forced through from behind and scores a level at 85 apiece. 12-13-85 Hawthorn, 13-7-85 the Cats.
So the Hawks want to move it on quickly, and it's a good kick wide the southern side, defensive side of halfback. It is taken by Hardwick, wants a runner. McDonald obliges for the Hawks. Ward, who's had a tremendous game. A ton of them had a tremendous game. This time, let's go backwards, see whether Sicily can set something up. Goes back further again. The Cat's not playing at this. He goes to Barris. Battle's got the better sit in the marking contest. Well done, Cameron. Cameron did infringe. Was there much in that? Geelong fans don't seem to think there was anything in it whatsoever.
There wasn't a lot.
Wasn't watching the ball.
Battle can go short to Ginnivan. 26 minutes gone. Scores level, 85 points each. Ginnivan has it for the Hawks halfback member side. Oh, he's gone to Newcombe. Just relaxed at the last moment. Now a hopeful handball. Knocked away that time then by Mullen. Ball comes back to halfback. Ginnivan slips it to psychological. Blitzarves have it. 70 metres out. And he's kicked it out of the full.
They've all forgotten how to play.
Pressure does amazing things.
He's put all his talent into that one left foot snap to hit the lead.
A wise man once said, Tim, The pressure breaks pipes and backsides get tight, and this is exactly what's happening at the moment.
Barris thumps a clearing kick for Hawthorn, almost to the centre line. A Geelong free kick this time to O'Sullivan.
Yeah, it's probably there.
Out towards the members' wing. He drives it long to within 25 of goal, and it's marked by Neil. Sicily looked to have his name on it, but it cleared his fingers, and Shannon Neil waited, took it on his chest, and quite possibly said, "Thank you very much." And he'll go back and line them up.
They've seemed reluctant to go for leads at the top of the 50 on the fat side because Hawthorn is so good at responding, but this is a much better look at the goal face.
3 goals for the day. There should be a fourth. Anything will put them in front. Man on the mark, 20 metres out, and Neil slots it through. The Cats are a goal in front. It looks as though, once again, they might have found a way. They're 14-7-91 to the Hawks 12-13-85.
Sam, I want to just make a point. Have a look at this marking contest for Harvey Norman. Was Sicily interfered with before the ball got there?
Oh, it's touch and go. I'm going to say no. I'd like to see that one called. The interesting one was Hardwick actually had Neil, but careful of not giving away a free kick himself because he was trying to hold out Neil from the Sicily marking contest, let go, and then Neil had just landed in his lap. So
91-85, Geelong by 6 points. State of the game, restart middle of the ground, 28 points have been played. 28 points, 28 minutes have been played. There's under 2 minutes remaining. Geelong to the city end, Hawthorn to the punt road end, tossed up middle of the ground. Great tap, Reeves. Hawthorn go forward through Newcomb, 30 metres out, Weddle there. Gunston at the back pushed his man off it. Humphries forced to retreat. Kick under pressure, not going to get there. McDonald waits, hurries a kick. Top of the square, Hawthorn into attack. Lewis has taken the grab. You'd love to say Timmy's point-blank range, but nothing's a given in this wonderful game. Another fabulous power play mark of the day. He's not wasting time, doesn't settle himself. Crowd will tell the story. A goal levels the scores. .56 seconds remain. 91 each. Hawthorn 13-13-91. Geelong 14-7-91. All on the Tyre Power scoreboard. Okay, Meg, Jack, Sam, I should say, because I'm looking at Jack Ginnivan.
Well,
where are the positional changes?
Speaking of Jack, you're right. Ginnivan's been pushed forward, and they've asked Watson to come up into the midfield. Looks like a play-to-win scenario for the Hawks. You look on the far wing, Ollie Dempsey's, he's trying to cheat forward.
This hasn't just maintained the standard of these Hawthorn-Geelong contests, it has exceeded it. Scores level with a minute or so to go. Hugely important centre contest. Atkins has got it. Little hand pass to Holmes. The Cats prevail here. High ball, impossible to mark unless you're James Sicily, who takes it on his chest in front. He has Impey running for him and delivers. Impey gives to Newcomb, who drives Hawthorn into attack. It'll land 30 out, Weddle up. No one can mark. Geelong had an opportunity. Hawthorn have got an opportunity. Hawthorn 15 metres out. Just can't get clean contact with the footy. Taken by Henry. Ball on Gunston's boot.
He's hit the post.
It's a minor score. It's driven back into play by the Cats, and the game goes on.
Last roll of the dice for the Cats. Throw moment. Neil, he is gone, and the Hawks are going to win. Too slow to release the footy. It's 92-91. At a time like this, words fail you.
Congratulations, James. How good was that? First time you've beaten the Cats on Easter Monday, to do it in such thrilling circumstances. Talks about the emotional rollercoaster of the last minute.
Yeah, well, it's always a tough match up against the Cats, and these games are always, or not always, they're usually pretty good, and they're classics. But yeah, it would have been amazing to watch. It wasn't really amazing. It was amazing to play in, but very stressful. Gave ourselves so many opportunities to win the game, and And then, I don't know, it was probably the best point that Gunners has ever kicked in his life to get us in front. But incredible game to be a part of. Felt like a final. Thought that we played the way that we wanted to for the majority of the game, but the Cats are they're just so good at what they do, and they really challenge us at stoppage and in transition. But yeah, Raptor were able to get over the line.
One of the most exciting players in the competition, standing behind you there, Nick Watson. His goal kicking today, has he kicked better a goal than what he did this afternoon?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. He does some pretty cool stuff, Wiz. But that's essentially what it was today. It was a game of moments, and he had 3 unbelievable moments. And you know, is it the difference? Who knows? But I thought the mids had a good crack in that last 3 minutes to get the ball going our way, and yeah, I felt like we showed a bit of maturity, and Raptor, we got the result.
Sam Doherty here, Sis. Firstly, how's the shoulder, mate?
Yeah, no, it's pulled up all right. Got a bit of PTSD with these shoulders from the last 3 years, and I thought I'd stuffed it again. So I was a bit emotional, but it settled down, and it's feeling all right. Probably just be a bit sore and no structural stuff.
You did look like a bit of an angry man on the bench, if I'm honest, mate, but that's okay. I just wanted to, we were talking about at the end of the game, just your mindset as a team. When it was a draw, last centre bounce, you guys went into full win the game mode. Just talk us through why you went that way versus half save, half try and win another way.
Oh, I think that's the way we try to play, attacking brand. Look, they probably have the same mindset as well, and it's just the flip of the coin on who gets the centre bounce or who owns the moment. And look, we probably just got the right side of the coin with that last bit of play. But I feel as though you've come this far, you've put in this much effort, you might as well go for the win.
Yeah, congratulations, James. Meg McDonald up here. When you speak about the similarities in mindset, it looks to me like there are also similarities in how you guys like to run and use the expanse of the MCG. Both teams seem to do that. How did you look today at the matchup of calm versus chaos? Because it looks like the Hawks really got some ascendancy once the ball was going back and forth.
That's probably down to the break that we had. We had 18 days off. It's a bit of a weird one. I feel like it took us a bit to get our second win in the first quarter. It was such a big break, but I think we were just getting a lot of confidence from the guys on the bench that we've got a lot more work rate to give, and we've got the run in our legs. So that's the way we tried to attack it, try and empty out, and knowing that we've got the run. But as I said, these games have more moments and 50-50, so we're on the right side of it today, and I'm glad we were.
Yeah, speaking about running the legs, so impressed with Jarman Impey's game today. It's his 150th, and especially with no Carl Amon, his creativity and his speed off half-back. He also seemed to keep Mana quiet at the end there. How did you see his game?
Yeah, Charles is phenomenal the way he goes about his business. So underrated, but he's so highly valued within our team. Just energises the ball for us. We want to play fast, so he really leads in that sort of sense. And, you know, as soon as we got the mark in that last quarter, like, he was off to the races and still got running his legs and hitting top speed. So he's very underrated, I think, externally, but we love Jars.
James, these are such events, these matches between Geelong and Hawthorn, particularly on this day. I caught a glimpse on the screen of Sam Mitchell, his head sort of collapsing onto the shoulder of one of his assistants at the final siren, and then I watched him as he came out onto the ground to greet you players. It obviously means a heck of a lot. I mean, these football matches do, but the games between these two clubs are particularly special.
Yeah, I'm assuming he would have felt an enormous amount of relief that we got over the line, as were us players. But I don't know, I'm not sure if Sam's beaten him in his coaching so far, but I don't know, that could be a lie, I could be making stuff up. But, a lot of milestones today, which are made even more special with a good result. Obviously, it's Sam's 100th game coaching. Jars is 150th as a Hawk, and Dylan Moore played 100 consecutive games. So these things are all made a bit more special with the result.
It's hard to know where to start with the players, and lots of players had moments or periods where they were going really well, and then their influence was quelled. But Jack Ginnivan, at one stage in the third quarter, I think it's the best game I've seen him play. I mean, that period he had down the back seemed to really engage him in the game. Is that part of your planning long term?
I think that's a credit to Guinea. He works pretty hard. He's a closet lover of footy. I know he's got this persona of he's a cool kid, and look, he is a cool kid, but he loves his footy. He loves getting better. He's added the ability to go onto the wing for us, so that's why you would have seen him in defensive 50 on occasion. So being able to go and play in different positions when you're not going the way you would have liked, or you just want to change it up, and having some flexibility in your role, he's really worked on that and added to it, and he's playing a really important role for us. And I'm up for him.
No, I've loved his love of the game in recent weeks. I'm all over his online analysis, which I really appreciate. Last one from me up here, mate. We've spoken about how much your coach values the sort of speed of you players. We've marvelled at the skill of your teammates, of the wizard today, what Jack Gunston brings week in, week out. I'm interested, as a leader of your playing group, what do you value most in your team and your teammates in games like this?
Oh, the thing that we always come back to with our side is effort. Like, if we try hard, we'll give ourselves every chance to win the game. I feel like we get what we deserve most weeks. So polar opposite to the Giants game, we don't run, we don't try, we get smashed. And you'll get smashed by anyone if we roll out what we did round 0. But if we try really hard and make the game easier for each other, then we'll get ourselves in winning positions. We're not always going to win, but at least we can walk off the ground and say, we gave ourselves a chance. So that's what I value, making the game easier for your teammate and just working hard.
Fascinating to hear you put it that way, that sometimes you don't try, and I guess every team wrestles with that, trying to be at a peak week in, week out. Can you explain what happens on those down days?
A lot of it's about mindset and mentality and the way you approach games. We probably softened our resolve in that round 0 around the narrative of the game and then having so many outs and all that sort of business. So you only need to soften your resolve by probably 5 to 10%, and then you get punched in the face in the first quarter, and then you've got a lot of chasing to do. So it doesn't take much. Obviously you're trying, but sometimes it just you default to behaviours that we don't like, and all that sort of business.
Terrific description of so many aspects of it all, James, but most important of all, you got there by 1 point. Well done.
Cheers, thanks.